Greetings, YouTube. Today I want to discuss a collective stream of consciousness that almost a year ago surfaced into our personal collective reality fields about a year ago, and it's been a while. We personally haven't received too much information recently from this collective, but until recently, where the collective resurfaced again. In an earlier video, I did an introduction to what I found out that some refer to as the Earth Seed. Now, the Earth Seed is one that, to briefly retouch on it, one that plants light codes into the physical realities of Earth, much like a gardener would plant a seed, and they would take care of it. So like a steward of Earth or a gardener of Earth. And it's interesting to note that I took a quiz that another fellow YouTuber I like, her channel, Kimber Kiss, shared a link on her channel with about that, and I took it, and it came up Earth Steward, which is interesting because it also dovetailed on the Guardians. Normally we don't take quizzes like this because a lot of the information I have personally found out on my own through meditation, dreams, or other people in our physical reality fields. And it was accurate, very accurate on many levels. It was very accurate on any way to touch. The steward is one, or Earth Gardener, deemed is like it's guardian of Earth's consciousness and her inhabitants, which would be the consciousness projections of humanity. So that would be the human race, or they also refer to it as a gardener, and their objective, and their core essence, is to do alchemy by bringing high alchemy into organic matter, which I thought was kind of interesting within regards to that. The Yargans, to me, are related to that in the grand scope of, to me, the Guardians. To me, in my personal experiences, they are all connected. And so I want to go into a little more detail on the Yargans, known as the Earth Seed. If this information resonates with you, please comment down below in the section. Anyway, the Yargans are a stream of consciousness that are very well connected with their home world, which is much as a nature planet or a garden world, much like Earth. And they are very well connected. They are embedded into their planet's consciousness as well. They're basically have obtained oneness with their planet that they reside on, and they communicate with telepathy. And they can speak, however, telepathy is more commonly used on this world. And the Yargans are very much concerned on a level of humanity's trajectory as a conscious stream species. And so they sent their collective here, and is embedded with some of humanity. Embedded with some of humanity. Some of you may already be aware of this in some of the work you do, or some of the lifestyle you choose to inhabit. Like some of these star types this collective type will inhabit a vegetarian, vegan lifestyle, because on a collective level, being this star type, they know that the Earth is alive. That the Earth is alive and is a sentient being. And the Earth is very much something that has a soul. Very much a soul. The Earth, in an earlier video I mentioned, she's an Aeon. So you may want to go back and touch on that. But they're here for specifically to implant very high frequency codes into the earth and nourish them. This specific task or mission takes lifetimes, and I will emphasize the word lifetimes, and eons to complete, because it is such a huge task. You're talking the consciousness evolution, riding an energetic wave through the eons of time. So time flowing like a figure 8. We also view time as a torus field of time, which can spin up or down, clockwise or counterclockwise. In other words, to us, time is not linear. Well, they're interested in the development of humanity and are very high frequency. When these conscious projections came in, it's not as if we saw them. We felt them. We had knowings of them in our heart. We felt them. We felt into the consciousness stream and felt that presence, presence versus pictures. But from when we did get glimpses of their energy, and it looks very much like green. They're green and blues, whites, purples, all sorts of color spectrums. From our understanding or understanding, it comes from it's a UV, an ultraviolet type of energy, a spectrum that in the physical vessel you may not perceive, but you may. A lot of this, it's like bright energy. You know, when we perceived them, we didn't really see any forms. It was basically just perceiving them and getting information telepathically. So kind of like the collective, I pictured in my head where you're the one standing in the middle, being the spirit, and the other points are the energetics around you, and it can flow in a counter or clockwise state, depending on what you're doing at the time, what energetics you're working with. They may, a lot of times they'll have sacral chakra. They'll use their masculine energy to help correct any imbalances within the feminine dynamic as well. And some of that can cross over into Hydra Starseed. Hydra Starseed can do the same thing. They provide a level of protection and support for the mystics, are the ones that do like tarot readings and stuff. There's that level of support. This collective is very powerful, very powerful. It's almost as if this collective is directing the spirit world versus the spirit world directing the physical world that they inhabit. It seems to be the other way around on that. And they feel responsibility to Earth's conscious projections, or Earth's consciousness fields that are here embodied as human hosts. Again, it's really information like that, and it's more that we feel them present versus seeing them. Again, because it reminds us of the UV ultraviolet fields of light. So that, and the fact that the mission takes eons because you're planting seeds. They grow into plants. This is why we love the gardening metaphor for it. But they can be associated with angels across the spectrum. again, they also have like spirits that surround them. A lot of ancestral spirits surround them. Or the ancestral spirit surrounds them. Not that they're necessarily in the field as a ghost, but their energy remains with them. It's like it's almost in their fields within the heart space. It's kind of hard to describe. It's very abstract. So that's a little bit more information on the Yargan. It's kind of been trickling in a little bit lately, and again, part of it was introduced to me about it was about a year ago now. And that's all I have for today. Bye for now. We'll talk to you later. We hope you have a blessed, abundant, and fruitful day. Bye for now.